Primate Ayodele, leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, has advised President Bola Tinubu to sack his ministers and aides, claiming they are exacerbating the country's problems. Hi, welcome to What's Happening, where we bring you the latest news from around the world. I am Frances Oti, and these are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, the Tigers head coach, Rina Wakama, acknowledged her team's lackluster performance in the 75-54 defeat to France during the 2024 Olympic Games women's basketball event. Despite a strong start with a victory over Australia, the African champions struggled against French, who shot 63% inside the paint. Wakama expressed disappointment, noting that the Tigers must improve as they prepare to face Canada in their final group game on Sunday. At number 9, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris Thursday welcomed Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, and journalist Alsu Kumasheva back to the U.S. following a significant prisoner exchange with Russia. The swap, which took place at Joint Base Andrews, also involved the release of Vladimir Kara-Murza and included the exchange of 10 Russians for 16 Westerners and Russians held in Russia. At number 8, Abia State University has suspended Dr. Udochukwu Ndukwe, a lecturer in mass communication, following serious allegations of sexual harassment against a student. The suspension, effective for 3 months and involving a 50% pay cut, comes after a viral video showed Ndukwe being questioned under distress and circumstances. The university has established a panel to investigate the claims, which have been described as an embarrassment to the institution. Ndukwe is accused of long-term harassment and intimidation. At number 7, the Court of Appeal in Port Harcourt has upheld the previous judgment awarding 20 million naira in damages to Richard Abe, a pipeline surveillance contractor, against the Department of State Services, DSS. The ruling affirms that the DSS unlawfully arrested and detained Abe, causing damage to his property during a raid on July 16, 2022. Abe, whose company was involved in anti-illegal oil activities, had successfully petitioned to enforce his fundamental rights after being held for 24 days. At number 6, President of the Nigerian Optometrists Association, Chimeziri Anderson, has called on the federal government to exempt optical devices and lenses from customs duty and VAT to alleviate financial pressures on eye care providers and patients. Speaking at the 47th Annual Scientific Conference in Ibadan, Anderson also recommended the direct employment of optometrists in federal health institutions to combat brain drain and improve public eye care services. At number 5, Benue State Governor Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia has approved the removal of Dr. John Kem as chairman of the State Independent Electoral Commission, SIEC, following a recommendation by the State House of Assembly. The Assembly criticized Kem for poor judgment and decisions that did not serve the public interest. Governor Alia has directed Kem to hand over his duties to the Commission's Administrative Secretary immediately. At number 4, the Kaduna State Internal Revenue Service, KADIRS, has sealed the Kaduna Electricity Distribution Company, KEDCO, due to an outstanding tax liability of 600 million naira accumulated from 2015 to 2022. Jerry Adams, executive chairman of KADIRS, stated that the action follows a court order and is a response to KEDCO's failure to pay the agreed amount despite prior reconciliations. Adams urged other businesses to comply with tax obligations to avoid similar measures. At number 3, amid ongoing nationwide protests against bad governance, APC chieftain Adamu Garba criticized northern influencers for supporting the demonstrations, claiming they are being used to destroy the region's wealth. Garba argued that the protests, expected to run from August 1st to August 10th, 2024, have turned into acts of vandalism that harm the North's interest. At number 2, Primate Ayodele, leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, has advised President Bola Tinubu to sack his ministers and aides, claiming they are exacerbating the country's problems. Ayodele criticized the government's handling of the ongoing protest, attributing them to the incompetence of Tinubu's administration rather than solely to the president. Ayodele also singled out Senate President Godswill Akpabio as a hindrance to effective governance. Finally, at number 1, protesters in Lagos, Abuja and Port Harcourt resumed their hunger protests, with demonstrations taking place at key locations such as Ojota, Lekki Toll Gate and MKO Abiola Stadium. The protest, initially sparked by economic hardship, have seen clashes between pro- and anti-protest groups, vandalism and loss of lives. The protest, which began on Thursday, turned violent in several states, resulting in at least 10 fatalities. That's all for today. You can get the full stories on our website and follow us on all social media handles to join the conversation. See you next time on What's Happening.